Hey guys, Stephanie with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is my review and an install of the MBRP Street Exhaust fitting 2011 to 2014 GT Mustangs. We're going to be talking about a few different things with this exhaust today, but mainly we'll talk about the sound of the Cat-Back and the install. The install for this is easy. It's a 1 out of 3 wrenches in the difficulty meter since Cat-Backs simply bolt right up, but I'll get more into that later. The MBRP Street Cat-Back is going to be a great option for the S197 owners out there that are looking for a deep sounding system that isn't over the top or too loud. This is a deep sounding Cat-Back that doesn't have much raspiness to it, and it sounds different than a lot of the other Cat-Backs that are out there right now. MBRP has included their Street Series mufflers, and this setup is going to give a sound that's like the MBRP Race Series Cat-Back, but a touch more toned down for those of you that don't want to go that loud, as you guys already heard in the sound clips. So MBRP has a few options when it comes to the Street Cat-Back for the S197 GT. They made this Cat-Back in stainless steel, which is what we have here today, aluminized with black tips. Now they are all going to sound the same, of course, but they will change slightly in price, but I'll mention more about that later. And keep in mind that you also have the option of the Race Cat-Back on top of the Street Cat-Back, and the difference is going to be in the sound. The Street and Race Cat-Back are similar in sound, but the Street Cat-Back is quieter than the Race Cat-Back. But I wouldn't really say that the Street Cat-Back is quiet in the grand scheme of things. It has some volume to it for sure. This is also a 3-inch system that can work with both a stock or an aftermarket mid-pipe. It steps down to 2 3/4 inch so it can bolt up to the stock mid-pipe or an aftermarket one that's the same size. So you are seeing a bump up here with the MBRP system. So with any Cat-Back, what's going to make this Cat-Back different from the rest is going to be the mufflers. Like I said earlier, MBRP has their street mufflers on this system, which are a lot like the Race Series mufflers, but just more reined in. And I'm sure you guys picked up on this when you heard the sound clips earlier. At idle, you can hear that this Cat-Back is deeper than the factory exhaust, and even as the RPMs start climbing, this is able to keep the deepness in tone. I keep mentioning this, but the Race Cat-Back is going to sound along the same lines of this Cat-Back, but just louder. So if you really like the Street Cat-Back from MBRP, but it's just a little too toned down for you, then the Race Cat-Back is an excellent choice for you. This Cat-Back gives a smooth sound, and I don't hear any sound distortion. Even though this Cat-Back does have some volume to it, there's no interior drone. You almost don't even notice that there's an aftermarket exhaust on the car at cruising speeds, so that means you won't have any trouble having a conversation or listening to the radio on the highway, so you don't have to worry about dealing with drone on trips. Overall, if you're looking for a deep sounding system with some volume, then this could be a good option for you. This is powerful sounding, but it does also have a deep growl to it. And while it isn't the loudest of the aftermarket options, it's still pretty loud, and so I'm going to give it a solid 2 or even a 3 out of 5 on the loudness scale. With Cat-Backs, it really all depends on what you're looking for, and luckily, there are quite a few options out there. So like I mentioned earlier, MBRP gives you 3 different options when it comes to the Street Cat-Back. This is a stainless steel version, which isn't going to be the most budget-friendly of the 3 options. This is going to cost between $500 and $600. And you have the aluminized version, which is about $100 less, and even the aluminized with black tip version, which is gonna cost about $600. But there are benefits of going with a powder coated, or better yet, the stainless steel version, especially if your car is a daily driver. These are gonna give you more corrosion resistance. When it comes to the install, you're gonna be looking at an easy 1 out of 3 wrenches on the scale when we look at difficulty. It's considered a direct bolt-on item, so you won't need to cut anything or modify anything to get it installed. All that you're really going to need is a socket set, and a lift would certainly make things easier, but the job can be done on jack stands as well. We're going to be removing the exhaust from the mid-pipe back, so an extra set of hands can make things easier for you here. You'll be moving over your hangers to the new Cat-Back, so I'd recommend taking them off with the factory exhaust when you drop that. It'll just make your swap a little bit easier. The whole Cat-Back can be dropped as one big piece, which is why an extra set of hands can really help you here. When you go to install your new setup, it'll probably be easiest to leave everything loose until you have it all lined up and then tighten it down. The Cat-Back does come with 4 new clamps, so you don't have to worry about picking those up. You can figure on spending about an hour or 2 from start to finish to get all of this done. Overall, the MBRP Cat-Back is a great option for those looking for a deep sound, but not wanting a system that's going to be too loud. It's a 3-inch Cat-Back that comes complete and is a direct bolt-on install that requires no cutting. You can check this Cat-Back out some more online for yourself, and for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.